What's good in the hood? Don't forget to hit the like button. Oh yeah, it's up. Oh, my Max Kellerman video, that's coming up later. Don't worry about that. Listen, there's a lot of things on the table, buddy. A lot of things. The answer is no. See, here's the thing that I like. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate the love and support. Definitely follow the channel. Hit the like button. A lot of the new members just came in. I see you. Oh, that's Jamil. Jamil in the house. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure everybody get in here before we get started. And we're going to get cracking. Oh, absolutely. You know how we get down. What up, blood? What up, cuz? What up, gangsta? We don't play that. Cino don't play around. They say Cino walk around like he got an S on his chest. I said, no. I ain't the one messing around like a pest. The DA and everybody gonna have 50 in court. Him and that director too. Call it personal mental assault. Hit at them, they'll get your head, but you'll cut you. You made the documentary. Gene Deal couldn't get no money, so up him. They ain't try to get Diddy for no DWI. They made up some charge, but he gonna get all that drop. But Jay-Z, he's gangster. He gonna show. He been 50 G's ain't plastic. Y'all are gymnastics. Y'all gonna be sitting hotter than that tea kettle, cuz. So now things gotten heated because let's play with Jay-Z name. You know, that ought to be fun. Let's play with Jay. Now here's the problem. Jay don't want to play. And because Jay don't want to play, everybody now is gonna get it. Because he was serious when he was telling y'all. Leave that boy Hov alone, why don't you? You don't have to if you don't want to, but don't say, I didn't warn you. You understand? You don't have to if you don't want to, but don't say, I didn't warn you. So Jay-Z right now is getting everybody together. He's getting all his ducks in a row. Not him personally, but he getting all his teams together that have things on them. So right now they're getting all the stuff from 50's baby moms. Desiree Perez and Roc Nation will be reaching out. They'll have Ja Rule, they'll have Irv Gotti. The clips of Irv Gotti talking about Fifth. You're going to have Ja Rule doing his documentary talking about how 50 disrespected Irv Gotti when he died, made jokes about a man being deceased. They going to put all of this together. Like, they could have done Fifth way dirty than this. And I mean way dirty. But they were actually nice. They were like, nah, we ain't gonna destroy him. They ain't not finna jump out for Diddy. But when you mess with Jay, that's gonna be a whole new problem. And I definitely know Jay 50 is not gonna go at Jay. He won't do it. They can talk and say, I'm gonna come out with the Jay-Z documentary. The moment you jump off and you go outside of your barrier and do something real stupid, Jay the type that lets you play yourself. Then he expose you. Fifth knows that. He's not finna do that. And don't think it stops at 50. It goes to that director. She ain't big in the game enough to mess with these big dogs. And she think like Netflix got my back. Netflix, half of the people that work at Netflix work for Roc Nation. Are you crazy? They work for Roc Nation. You think they finna mess up their deal they got with Beyonce? For you? No. Do you know how many people at Roc Nation work there? Do you know Fifth got 0 contacts at Netflix? This was his way into Netflix? All those people that worked at Revolt. Former people from BET. These are Diddy's people. Now, the higher level upper brass, oh, that's different. He's the only entertainer to beat. He the only entertainer to beat, what's his name? Tony Busby. You want to know why? Because Tony Busby didn't know what he was up against. Tony Busby thought he gonna settle, or I'm gonna make him settle. And Jay was like, oh, really? And you gonna pull this on the day of my family's premiere for their movie? You gonna pay for that one. And Tony Busby's still paying for it. His charges didn't get dropped with that lawsuit, that sexual harassment lawsuit filed by one of his clients. He's still going to cases in court for that stuff right now. I don't have a hive mind. I'm an individual thinker. So I don't belong to a group. I don't belong to a hate on Diddy group just because everybody want to hate on Diddy. I ain't like Choke the Joke, the idiot dude that's sitting over there. Every week they replaying a clip. And somebody had sent me another clip of him talking about he put the hit out on Biggie and Tupac. I'm like, first of all, this dude is the biggest clown I've ever seen. Tell lie to lie. I don't know why Comedy Hype found him and just let this dude just get away with lying. Don't nobody pay too much attention to him. But if you were listening to Choke the Joke, all he does is tell stuff from other people's videos and tell it so screwed up, he don't even know what the hell he's talking about. Because he don't know. He is ass backwards on everything.
Yo, Tupac was coming up there. That's why Andre Harrell he was up at the studio and he was sitting there with Puff and Haitian Jack because he was going to try to get him on a reoccurring role on that show, the cop show they got, New York Undercover. They was trying to get him on that. So Tupac was coming there to meet Andre Harrell to talk about that.
Why would he go up to the studio, you idiot, to talk to him about that when he already spoke to him about that earlier that morning when he was on the set of New York Undercover? He spoke to Andre Harrell already. So why would he was coming there to meet Andre? He didn't even know Andre was going to be there. Andre didn't know he was going to be there. It was not coming there to meet. Hey, I mean, this dude is so. I'm just saying, man. I just can't deal with this lying, man. I can't deal with dudes who lie all the time, and it just don't make any sense. It's like, dude, you keep trying to rewrite history, and I'm like, if history get rewritten, it ain't gonna be by you.
Yo, this is what I'm talking about. Joe, believe in me. You see, 50 should have came to me. I could tell him everything he needs to know about Diddy. Diddy grabbed my leg at a party. He was trying to hit on me.
Then what you do?
I got up and I walked out.
So the executive at BET tried to hit on you. Everybody tried to hit on you at BET while you were working there. How did they write you off as the guy they gonna keep trying?
I didn't get no money though. Everybody else got paid except for me.
Oh, man. And now you got Choke No Joke #2, Gene Deal. He turning into Choke now. I'm like, what are you don't need to do this. That's why I'm like, Gene blows my mind because it's like, dude, you going way past the gun line. What is you doing? It's like he's saying stuff way out of bounds. Everything is a remix now. Now he performed his hit songs. Now he got to come with remixes. It's like, oh my God, dude, you making yourself look bad. Now he over there, man, Jay-Z, cause see all these dudes who did this devilish stuff, I'm telling you, it's all gonna come up. Cause see, Jay used to mess with this girl named Tara from around my way. She from around our way. Her name was Tara. I'm like, Gene. Stand down, brother. Please do. Because it ain't gonna be Diddy that's gonna get you. You gonna be so talking about Diddy. They gonna be glad you talking about Diddy, because the person that gets you, they gonna be like, I guess it was Diddy. I guess Diddy got him. So the more you keep talking about Diddy, that's exactly what they want to hear. They gonna deal with you differently than they deal with everybody else. They know how to get to you. And that's unfortunate, because you don't deserve that. You better than that. That's all I can tell you is you better than that, G. You better than that. You know you over the line too. You know you foul. You know you doing foul. You way past the gun line. No, we ain't saying nobody the boogeyman, but when somebody don't play games in those fashions, you know, in those matters, and they talking about they doing something, y'all want to play with their name, you put them in the Illuminati, they put them in this and that, they like, all right, whatever, we don't pay no attention to that. But when people in the industry start playing games, then they got to go and deal with it. You see Jaguar Wright shut up, right? She ain't that stupid. She ain't that crazy. She shut up. Now she talks strategically. They still paying her $5 for all her lies. But still, she knew when to shut up. Yeah, she one more remark. One more. And she gonna be in a doggone white straitjacket, being shot up full of dope, going, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm not Jaguar Wright. I'm Count Chocula. And I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. She know it. Keep playing. Keep playing. Gene talking about like he's trying to clean the industry up. All these guys doing all this devilish stuff. Man, why y'all ain't stop Puff? They're gonna be like, dude, you was right there. You was the bodyguard. You was right there when all this stuff was going on. When you bodyguarding, when he was in the room with Ja Rule, in the hot tubs, doing freaky stuff. What, didn't he take you with him? When you the bodyguard when he was buying all this freaky stuff? They're gonna be like, what you see? What you let go on? If I'd have saw any of that, I would have stopped. You saw him go in the room, did you? So you got to be careful when you're talking, G. You put yourself in the equation almost. Look. Gene, why you ain't talking about Jimmy Iovine? Why you ain't talking about Lear Cohen? Why you weren't talking about Russell Simmons? Why you weren't talking about Clive Davis? Why you weren't talking about, you want to clean up the industry, right? You ain't looked at them? You ain't looked at Todd Moskowitz. You ain't looked at none of these dudes. All the A&Rs. But you're cleaning everything up. How? And it's happening right in front of your nose. We can go down the whole Def Jam roster. Johnny Cruz, all of them. You don't know this? You know this. Stop playing. L.A. Reid? Huh? Stop playing. So if you trying to clean it up, why you ain't mentioning them? Doug Morris's? Huh? No Doug Morris? But Diddy the face of all this. Okay. No, they watch what they say when they white. You see, they pick and choose who they want to go after. That's all. Yeah, they picking and choosing. So now 50 is getting himself enthralled because I know the dirt they finna pull up on Fifth. So he just better be ready. You know, Fifth don't really care one way or another. He ready for the nonsense. And if Jay and them want to get down with Desiree and all that, Fifth will play, and he is the wrong one to antagonize. But when it's coming from angles he ain't ready for, where it's gonna mess up some deals for him, he gonna play in a whole different type of way. Jay is beyond petty. Now, what we say about beyond petty, meaning that petty ain't even a word compared to Jay. Jay is beyond that. Oh, I can't do this. I needed my head examined for coming this way. I almost want to go back up the ramp in reverse. I don't like waiting in lines. If I got to drive on the shoulder till I get up out of here, I do. Got me out here on stuff. Marlon brother told him to stop roasting 50. Well, yeah, Marlon can't roast. It's only so far Marlon can go before his whole past life become public. Viv was finding out for real. He was like, man, I was just trolling, man. I didn't know he was really with the rainbow people like that. I didn't really know. I mean, I thought he was just, you know, he just played like that. I mean, shoot, I didn't know he was like undercover. Man, I didn't really know. Let me stop playing with him. Cause I don't want to piss off that group. So I'm just gonna stop playing with him. See, that's what happened, man. You play with me, man. You gotta understand. Why would he even play with me like that? I don't even understand why would he think that was a good idea? I don't understand what made him think it was a good idea to play with me like that. He know how I play. Then to come to find out, you know, he really liked that. Like, that's not AI. That's him actually in the tub with the rainbow umbrella. So that's why I'm like, why you really want me to do this to you? It doesn't even make sense. It's too much material. I could really keep going. Well, Jay has not ever really been mad at 50. Only time he was really mad at 50 was when he was making fun of him on the radio station. Because Fifth was upset when he was talking about men lie, numbers lie. He's like, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. And then he was like, oh, he went at you, 50. Fifth didn't see it that way. I didn't see it that way. But the general consensus of the public will make people believe that's reality. Now the general consensus is Jay-Z dissed 50. Fifth couldn't have that. Fifth went to the radio station and had to let him know. was like, oh, he dissed me on the stage. He say that all the time. It was like, he say that all the time. That men lie, women lie, money, numbers don't. And that's a shot at me. Look, if we want to do comparison, my first 2 albums, I outdid his whole career. Jay-Z's never had a #1 record. This is his first #1 record. It took him 10 years, what was it, 10, 15 years to get his first #1 record with Alicia Keys. New York, it's his first #1. Congratulations. He's like, that's his first #1 record. He was like, I had so many #1 records. You know, it is what it is, you know. Jay's not scared of 50 Cent at all. Not at all. Jay's not scared of anything. Jay just knows not to get in there and want to mess with that energy because he doesn't need it. So he gets nothing out of it. 50 get more out of it than he does. But it pissed and irked him off. And then when he said these words, that really pissed him off. Jay-Z want to be a gay painter. You see, he's trying to be like Basquiat. You see how he's always in the Picasso, baby. Now he wants to be the gay painter. The one that died, Basquiat. And that pissed Jay off because Jay-Z didn't want anybody to know that. He didn't want the ghetto media to know that. That's who he based his whole style and image off of. And rich white folks think all black folks look alike. And they was like, who is that? Is that Basquiat? And he was like, no, I thought he died. And it was like, yeah, that's Jay-Z. Oh, is he like Basquiat? It's like, yeah, he does his different art. He does music art. Oh, I wonder if they know each other. And he was like, no, I'm just such a fan. I got his paintings. I got like 3-4 of his paintings in my house. It's crazy the way he mixed the colors and his vision and his poetry and motion with his brush, with each stroke. You know, it was like, wow, it was inspirational. So I knew I had to have it in my house, in my home. And then I said, well, he's dead, so he ain't gonna mind if I, try to, dress like him and wear my hair like him. So, baby. So, yeah, exactly. So you see where this is going, right? You see how it always get to that type of energy, that type of situation. Benny Siegel still doing interviews, confused, don't know why he ain't there with Bleak and all them. Beans, you wasn't loyal. And Beans gonna be, man, I would have front line for Rock. I'd have took a bullet for Rock at that time. But now he like, yo, I was hurt. I was hurt, B. I was real tight because they had me sitting up there believing I was fam, and I really wasn't. Jay was like, Beans, come on. Nah, I was real tight. Cause you know how I was down. And he said, but he ain't mentioned nothing about me. I saved his life in the club. Dude threw a drink in his face. I leaped over the table. I leaped over the table to grab homeboy up, scoop him up. That was me. I front line for Rock, not Bleak. They wasn't scared to go to war because Siegel was in the building. Now, because of that, they took things to a whole nother level. Don't forget to the super chat work. Y'all should be super chatting these performances that you're getting today. Super chat work. Cash App is Carcito. The like button is here. You can sign up and be a member. Nah, he wasn't loyal. He started moving against Beans. When did Jay start moving against Beans? He started moving on Beans against Beans easily. Once he saw Beans start getting cozy with Dame, you done chose your side. Beans is not good at reading the room. He trying to hold everything together, not realizing they splitting up, dog. And you ain't reading the situation. Bleak read it all the way. Jane got to talk to him about it. He knew to do little with Dame. Like, dude, ain't nobody really dealing with you at Rockefeller. Like, none of us. Nobody was dealing with him. Bleak got a restaurant in Vegas that's doing really well. Like, nobody really had a problem with Memphis Bleak. Bleak gonna be out there with Hov. He even appeared in State Property movie. Jay was in there, made a cameo. First State Property movie. Beans is basically the star of it. And he just like, man, Dame doing all this for me, you know? Jay, your man's, why he ain't doing nothing for you? Right, and Beans act like he ready to go to war with Dipset. And he was gonna punch Jim Jones in the mouth. Because Jimmy came in there and was like, smell me? Yeah. Man, I smell like new money, man. Tell it. Man, no money like you getting, baby. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with me like that, boy. Don't even look like you want to play with me, boy. Got this, look at these bands. And he wasn't steroid Jimmy then. He was the skinny, cracked out looking Jimmy then. With the old face. He had that old face for a long time. You know what I'm saying, man? They know I bust toast. You know what I'm saying? I pop toast. I do this, man. Beans is tired of listening to this dude. It was like, man, this dude is talking all wiggled out. I'm ready to mop the floor with him. lift him upside down and mop the floor with him. Right hand baseline. He was shaking, dude. And Cam recognized it. He was Jomo. Lay off that. like, let's bounce. Let's go to our session. Let's do our shit and get up out of here. Because he already knew he read the room. Cam read the room. Jimmy just was feeling himself. Feeling himself through the roof. Jay was the most pettiest dude alive. Dog. Freaky Zeke was trying to get into the 40-40 club with his girl. They were just going to the club. This is about 10 years ago. And he got banned. He couldn't even go to the club. They was like, nah, you can't come in here. He was, what? Why am I banned? I haven't done nothing. Freaky Zeke couldn't even go to the club. Freaky Zeke couldn't get in, dog. They say your name is Freaky Zeke. Right here. All right. Thanks, Kai. Appreciate you. Yeah, he couldn't get in the club. That was crazy. I was like, he can't get into the club? Since when? Dog, Freaky Zeke. I'm like, how did he reckon? Freaky Zeke don't even rap. He there with his girl trying to get in a 40-40 club and got turned away because of the whole beef with Cam. Like, really? How do you even know Freaky Zeke? Like, when you see him. Like, it wasn't like Jay was even there. Jay not even there. Dog, he can't go in no 40-40 club at the time. I think they squashed all that now. But, yeah, that was crazy. Now, if you rap and can't sell records, you do a podcast. That's what you do now. Everybody, they say, hey, we got the podcast show. Everybody got a podcast. And that's why the money's funny. They dense. A lot of these people are very dense in how they handle business and everything. I mean, there ain't no diss to Maine on them, but hey, he been out the music space for a minute because the music space is messed up. They didn't mess the game up. They messed the money up. So if I'm a new artist or I'm somebody that's supposed to have been a star, like Dave East was on route to be a star, hell, he's making more money playing Method Man. It's like, damn, dog, you making more money playing Method Man than being Dave East. Dave East was supposed to have been that guy. He's supposed to bring the East Coast back like they had him up there. The East Coast, New York, had Dave East as the guy. Dave East, man, that's the one. He finna bring us back. No, he not. No, he's not. No, he not. You know why they wouldn't allow it? Ain't no coming back. And what's gonna come back out, you ain't gonna like. If you rapping with sense, oh no, that ain't gonna work. You gotta have something like the movement. Pop Smoke had a bigger movement than Dave East. Oh my gosh, this is not going well at all. I made the dumbest mistake ever. Taking this way. I knew this was gonna happen. Everybody trying to get to the Bears game early. No, I should have took 290. Oh, very simple. My family moved to Tampa. My mom and parents is out there, so we were riding with the Bucks. Bucks and Bears, baby. Half of Tampa is Chicago. Clearwater is all Chicago, bro. When the Bears play Tampa, you already know what time it is. If you ever been to Tampa, that place is half and half. It's so many people from Chicago and Tampa, it is crazy. No, I was rooting for him when Winston was there. You forget I was on the bus. Fifth, no. That lawyer need to be worried. She need to be worried because she ain't built like Fifth. She ain't got them kind of resources. So she thinking everything is everything and they finna do a documentary on Jay-Z. You want to do an unauthorized documentary on Jay-Z? Okay. Everybody in that documentary getting it. They gonna have Gene in there.
Yeah, see? Because he messed with this girl named Tara.
Yep. They gonna have your ass too. All of a sudden, Gene Deal is facing 4 indictment cases for past alleged events that goes back as far as the same game. How was this man a correctional officer? He gonna be on ABC. How was this man allowed to be a correctional officer after admitting all of his gang activity on YouTube under this channel he got? And he goes on this Art of Dialogue where he brags and boasts about past criminal activity. And he didn't arrest anyone. No, they better not. I mean, the girl is different. But I know where they gonna get Fifth at. They gonna get Fifth with the doggone They gonna get fifth with the baby mama. They gonna start with the baby mama first, cause the baby mama know him best. And since he don't pay her no money no more, he ain't got to. They were never married. He paid all the child support up. There ain't nothing else to do now but to tell your story. Then, second baby mama. He want to keep messing with her? They gonna go to when he knocked down the door. Kick in the door, waving the fofo. All they said was 50, don't hit me no more. Kick in the door, waving the fofo. All they said is 50, don't hit me no more. I mean, when the baby mama go in there and they show the video of her escaping the house, calling and blaming 50 Cent for setting the house on fire, where her and his son is in there trying to escape a burning house. I don't think he wants that information floating around when he's trying to get $100 million deals. That's all I'm saying. Okay, is the accident is what's slowing us down? Surviving Curtis. No, because Fifth already know he's a master of his environment. He know who he can do stuff on, and they don't care nothing about. Fifth has always been aligned with power, because who is he subservient to? Woody. See, he never tries to outshine the master. He never tried to outshine Eminem. He didn't say 50 Cent is the greatest. He always put M ahead of him, and that's it. As long as he kept the white boy in the high regard and kept him in highlights, M always fought for him. Why you think he was able to do the Super Bowl? Because Eminem said, if 50 ain't doing it, I ain't doing it. The white boy. There's always a white guy 50 gonna run behind. Fifth ran behind the white guy who did the book 50 Laws of Power, Robert Greene. And he did the sequel, 49 Rules of Power. He made the 50 Rules of Power. That's a good book for those who want to follow that system. I don't believe in that analogy of a master and don't outshine the master. That's what ruined 50. You want your people to outshine you. That's how you make the money. If Lloyd Banks shined and sold more records than 50 Cent, 50 Cent would have made the most money. If Young Buck would have shined more than 50 Cent, 50 Cent would have made the most money. $50 Cent wanted them to shine, but not shine more than him. That don't make sense. Yeah, exactly. You got to stay beneath him. And if you got that mentality, then to me, that's a employee loser mentality. Low maintenance mentality. That's what Tony Yayo is. Tony Yayo is low maintenance. All his whole life is just going to revolve around what Fifth wants. He ain't got no expectations of doing nothing. Yayo will tell you himself, yo, without Fifth, I'll be dead in the streets. So why not? Nobody gonna think about me but Fifth. So he want to be the big star. So what? He is. I'm Tony Yayo. And he's right. He's Tony Yayo. He gonna stay in his lane. Yayo ain't gonna make no money for you. He ain't gonna bring no value. Except for he know how to go get the shooters. That's about it. But where you going, you don't need shooters. So having Yayo around ain't gonna mean nothing for you there. It's too low level. You need Yayo when you're going back to the hood. This is all on me. I was not thinking when I came this way. I was talking with y'all, and I was not thinking. It went the long way and the wrong way. I'm going right to the heart of Soldier Field. You said Yayo and Virgil? Pretty much. He does the bare minimum like that. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. They trying to get over. Oh, I didn't even see them till late. Go ahead. You can get over. Do your thing. But I don't even know slow person trying to get over. Screw that. Why am I behind a truck? Oh, I made a mistake last time and I got off the E-way. I'll never forget it. I made a mistake and got off the E-way. And as soon as I did, soon as I got off that E-way, it was up. Because people forget, like right off the E-way, be like, I'm going to just take the street. Man, you can't do that. Soon as you turn off, you in hell. I mean, nothing but hell. Oh my God. Yeah, pretty much. No, they better not play around with Jay and make a documentary on Jay. They do that, they can kiss everything goodbye. It's all over. Definitely not loyal to anybody. Of course not. She's a skank. That's why he got with her. How many people gonna align themselves with this chick? Then she had Jason DeLauro or whatever his name is. It seemed like all he do was just smash these chicks and pass them along. DeLaRue or DeLaRue or whatever. Well, Fifth know how to play and who to play. Like, he ain't gonna get in the ring with Jay unless he gonna find out like it's time. Outlaw. Outlaw just woke up, huh? After the 17-hour live stream we was on, he show up at the end because he knew the Sixers was going to beat the Knicks. Now VJ's a superstar because he embarrassed the bum. Yep, the two booty bandits got exposed. Josh Hart and Brunson. He was lighting both of them up. Outlaw, I don't even think Outlaw's a real Knicks fan. I don't. I think he's just saying that now because I don't even remember him mentioning the Knicks before. Only once, like in 2 years, he started talking about the Knicks. That was it. I think he just became a Knicks fan. I think he was a Brooklyn fan. Says LB was rooting for Brooklyn. He wasn't even rooting for the Knicks. LB was rooting for Brooklyn. Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. That was LBT. The New York grab ass Knicks. Man, I've been on this road since 3. This is crazy. It's like I'm always around a truck. Got around away from one truck, dead smack to another truck. Oh, this ain't finna break. Because pretty soon we're going to start really running into the Bears traffic. I'm trying to beat the Chicago Bears traffic. I'm at the point of no return. You know what that is, right? Where it's easier to go to the end than it is to go all the way back to the beginning. It's the Bears and Packers, man. We gotta get there. Get there. I am. I finally got away from the truck. Now this lane not doing anything. I'm like, I did all this to get away from the damn truck. Now, okay, finally, we moving a little bit. We can probably get past this truck I was in front of. Good. Make it look like we're doing something. I hate it when it be an accident and something like this. I want to get out and start punching the people that got in the accident. All of this and I'm just getting to Addison. It's almost 5 o'clock, which really got me angry. Well, all right. I'm not gonna hold y'all, make y'all go through this with me. Appreciate everybody who super chatted. Outlaw, the Knicks will lose to Miami. Get ready. And don't forget to go to my Patreon, which is Carcino for Life. And we'll hit y'all with the update after the game. Hoping we get there.